see from the background, I am not in my humble abode. I am in the hospital, and I just kind of wanted to, tell you guys a story of my journey from being admitted. So, last week was a really, really crazy week. I did a lot, and I enjoyed myself. I went to my Sickle Cell group meeting, which that video will be up. I had a test, so I was studying for a test. I went to a Sickle Cell gala. I went to a bonfire. I hung out with my friends. I did a lot, all within really 7 days. I went to Scarowinds, which that video will be up today. So if you're watching this video, go watch it right now. So I did a lot. I did a lot, and I enjoyed myself while doing it. It was hard, just trying to keep up, and not hard in a sense, but like, it was like, oh my gosh, I have a life. Like, I'm here with my friends. I'm studying for my math test. I'm going to a bonfire. I'm going to Sickle Cell support groups. Sickle Cell gala. Dressed up, doing makeup, all of that. That video will be out too. And then, towards the end of the week, I was just, not feeling well. Like, my body started to ache a little bit more. It was a little bit cold outside, went to a bonfire, so, it was kind of cold. It was like about 40 degrees. And I feel like I wasn't hydrating as much as I should have been. I should have been drinking more water, but, I wasn't. And, I'm paying for it now. So I went to the day hospital on Friday, and I was there pretty much from 8 a.m. to 5. And the nurse practitioner, she was just like, if you need to come into the emergency room, I'll tell the doctor that's on call, which is the doctor that was on call that weekend, I would say he is my primary care, but not at the same time my primary care, because I don't really see him that much anymore. He does a lot of things, and I just don't see him that much as I used to. So he just pretty much gave over my care to a nurse practitioner, and just, looks after me from afar. So I took her up on the offer. I was not feeling well Saturday morning. I tossed and turned the whole night that night, Friday night. And I was just like, I can't do this no more. So I packed up my stuff and went into the emergency room. And, they gave me medicine, they treated me. And emergency room doctor, he was like, well, do you need to stay? I was like, yeah, I think I do need to stay. And so he left, and he went to talk to my, the doctor that was on call, which happened to be my quote-unquote primary care doctor, which I've explained. And he told the emergency doctor to no, send her home. She's fine. I looked at her numbers. I know her. Now, mind you, let me tell you this. He didn't come to see me. He didn't ask, how is she? How does she look? He just told the ER doctor she's okay. Send her home. So mind you, I'm crying to the ER doctor. I need to stay. I'm not feeling well. Please don't send me home like this. Like, I know that I do not feel well. And before I continue on with this, it's really making me really emotional, just because I feel like, even though, I'm used to dealing with ignorant doctors, but I wouldn't expect my primary care doctor, who quote unquote knows me, he says he knows me, to put me through this. I'm not feeling well. Why would you send me home just because my numbers are good? And this is one of the reasons why I made this channel, guys, to talk to you and to talk to you guys about my experience with this disease, and let you guys know that you're not alone. Because I hear numerous Sicklers talk about how, they were turned down treatment because their numbers were okay and they looked fine. They don't look sick, Just rest up and take your medicine and you'll be okay. You know, how many times have you heard that? Like, it gets really, really frustrating, and it gets really, really annoying because you feel like you're not being heard, and pretty much your life is in the hands of your numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm crying. Continuing back to the story, I'm crying. Please, please, please don't let this man send me home. And the ER doctor is just like, I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna call him again. He knows you best. I don't hold the keys to upstairs. And long story short, they sent me home. So I'm crying. I call my mom, and I'm just like, I don't want to have to do this, but I'm gonna have to drive all the way to Duke University. And I don't, and to mind you, Duke University from where I live is about an hour away. An hour away in pain is like hell, because you're driving and you have to focus on the road, and your body is killing you. You know, your legs are hurting, and oh shit, that guy's my IV started beeping. But yeah, you're like hurting. You have to focus on the road, and it's just crazy, you know. Having to drive that far not feeling well is very dangerous, especially by yourself, especially when you live in a city by yourself and your friends are busy. You know, they have lives. You can't expect them to just stop what they're doing and take you all the way to another city. So anyways, I had to drive literally an hour away to another hospital, which, you know, is crazy. That morning I woke up, I'm like, I just should go to this hospital anyway. I just need to go to this hospital. But I didn't listen to my body and my intuition, and I ended up going to that hospital. And normally my gut is right, and I should have just listened to my gut and came here to Duke. So I came to Duke. You know, they took me back right away, and they, you know, worked me up. They gave me medicine. Within 2 hours, I was in the back in the room. And 2 hours is pretty good, because if you don't know, Duke is a popular hospital. It's one of like the best hospitals in the world, and especially in the United States. So their emergency room is really, really full and really, really packed. So I went on a Saturday afternoon. Saturdays are probably one of the best days to go into the emergency room, because many people are out doing things, and they really don't realize that they're sick until Sunday morning or Monday morning. Those are the two worst days to go into the hospital. The worst. Because Sundays, you know, after, you know, Friday and Saturday night partying, whatever, you know, they're realizing they're sick, and then Monday. So those are the two worst days to go. So Saturday, it was packed, but it wasn't too packed. So when I got there, the ER doctor told me, you know, that he was going to admit me. He saw that I wasn't feeling well, and my numbers weren't my average. My hemoglobin was a little bit higher than my baseline. So my hemoglobin was 7.7, and normally my baseline is like 6.5 to 5.5. Like, that's normally like my baseline. So he knew something was off when my hemoglobin was higher than it should. So, you know, they gave me my 3 rounds of medicine there at Duke, and the ER doctor just decided to admit me because he saw that things weren't getting better. So they called up to the ER, the hospitalist team, and the hospitalist team decided to admit me. Now, when I'm up on a floor in a room like this you see now, they normally, the Sickle Cell team, they put me on a schedule just for the Sickle Cell team to see me. So the Sickle Cell team saw me, and she reviewed my numbers, and she saw that I was severely dehydrated, and my sickles, my blood cells were sticky, which means they were like sticking to each other, which caused me to have a crisis. Now, the doctor, my primary care doctor, who says he knows me, should have known that my hemoglobin was high for a reason. Pretty much my hemoglobin was high because I was dehydrated. So when I drew my blood the next day, I've been here for 2 days now. I got here Saturday. I got here Saturday night. I was admitted to the floor Saturday night, and it's now Monday evening. So pretty much a day and a half. So yeah, my doctor should have known that my hemoglobin should have been high for a reason, but he didn't, think that. He just saw my numbers were higher and thought that meant that I was okay. So he put me through all that suffering for no reason. So when they drew my blood Sunday morning, and my blood count actually went down, because that's my baseline. I was really, really dehydrated. So my mom was just like, you should just keep coming to Duke anyway, because that hospital actually knows what they're doing. They know what they're talking about, and it should save you, the trouble of going to a hospital. I go to a really small hospital. It's like a community hospital in Greensboro, but I go there because they kind of, I thought they knew about sickle cell, but they really, really don't. So my mom is just like, it's just better for you to come here to Duke. Duke is a world-renowned hospital. I just try not to come here that much just because it's really, really far, but I paid the price. I had to up and leave. I was forced to leave feeling really, really sick, and it really, really hurt me. In fact, it probably stressed me out so much that it made my crisis even worse. Like when I say, guys, I was crying all the way here. I was crying for almost a whole 50 minutes. My mom had to really calm me down. I had to stay on the phone with my mom the whole time, because I was so distraught. Like, I was just like, how can he do this to me? Like, he knows that I don't feel well. And when I come here, it's like, oh, I really wasn't feeling well. There was a reason why I wasn't feeling well. I was dehydrated. I needed fluids. I needed, all of this stuff. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, you aren't going through this. And my mom tells me all the time, I need to show you the raw, ugly truth of what's going on. So this is the raw, ugly truth of this disease right now. Not even this disease, of what I'm going through right now. It's hard, guys. It's not easy. I'm trying to show you the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the good, bad, ugly, and indifferent of living life with sickle cell disease. And right now I'm just sitting in the chair looking out into, out the window, and it's construction site, in front of me, but I'm just thinking, like, anything could have happened. Anything could have happened, and he didn't even bother to see me. He didn't even bother to come, check to see what was going on. He just said, no, discharge her. But luckily I have good doctors here, and doctors who know what they're actually talking about. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for having my back. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for everything. If you would like to see more videos, please hit that subscribe button. It is free. Just join the Fab family. Don't forget to like and comment down below what other videos you would like to see from me. With that, I am going to say goodbye, farewell to you, my friend. So, see you next time.